Hello and welcome to another Access OS technical update session. Nowadays, many devices need to prove their identity to communicate securely over the network. One common way to do that is using the certificates. So today, let's talk about certificate. My name is Bingfen and I'm with the Access OS product management team. In today's session, I will walk you through what is the certificate. Then, what is Access Device ID certificate? After that, we will dive into how to install certificates on the Access devices. Before we talk about installing certificates, let's quickly understand what a certificate actually is. When we talk about network security for Access devices, most often we are referring to a TLS certificate used in transport layer security. A TLS certificate is used to secure communication between a client and a server. A TLS certificate serves three main purposes. First, it provides authentication. When a browser connects to a device via HTTPS, the device presents its certificate, allowing the browser to verify its identity and preventing attackers from impersonating it. Second, it enables encryption. The browser and the device securely negotiate a shared session key, which is then used to encrypt all data transmitted between them. Third, it ensures data integrity, meaning any data sent can't be modified without detection, guaranteeing that what is received is exactly what was sent. Now, let's take a look at the structure of X509 certificate. It includes the public key, the key used for encrypting data and verifying signature, the owner's identity, information about the entity that owns the certificate, such as organization, country, region, location, common name, and any additional information if needed. The issuer, the trusted authority that issues a certificate. The signature from the issuer, a digital signature ensuring the certificate was issued by a trust authority and hasn't been tampered with. The validity period, the time frame during which the certificate is valid. The subject alternative names, extra identifiers like DNS names or IP addresses that the certificate covers. The usage defines what the certificate can be used for. For example, TL server authentication or TLS client authentication. The Access Device ID is a device-unique certificate with corresponding keys that can prove the authenticity of Access device. This certificate is based on the IEEE 802.1 AR standard, a widely recognized protocol for secure device identification. The keys are hardware protected, meaning they are stored in a secure hardware module, making them resistant to tampering and extraction. Depending on the models, the device can have 3 or 4 IDs. Each Access device receives its unique ID during the manufacturing process. Modern devices often include secure key stores to protect sensitive cryptographic material. The Access devices use cryptographic computing modules like Secure Element and TPM or System on Chip Security (TEE) to protect sensitive information from unauthorized access. This protection ensures secure storage of the Access device ID. They also protect customer-loaded cryptographic information used for secure communication, such as IEEE 802.1x and HTTPS. There are several ways of deploying certificates on Access devices. The first approach leverages device HTTP API to install certificates through a centralized management system. It allows administrators to push certificates to multiple devices automatically, making it highly suitable for large deployments. The main benefits are scalability and automation, which reduce manual work and ensure consistency across the network. The second approach is via the device built-in web interface. With this method, certificates are installed manually by accessing device built-in web interface. It is straightforward and requires no additional infrastructure, making it ideal for single device, small deployments, or testing purpose. The third way is using EST, Enrollment over Secure Transport. EST is a standardized protocol for secure certificate enrollment over HTTPS. It enables automated provisioning and renewal of certificates, which reduce human error and improve security. This method is best suited for environments with strict PKI policies or where certificate lifecycle management needs to be automated. In today's session, we will focus on the second method. When adding a certificate to the device, a new window will appear displaying several options. Let's begin with the first option. Create a self-signing certificate and a signing request. By selecting this first option, the device will generate a self-signing certificate. You will need to complete the required certificate fields. Additionally, you can choose a key type and specify the key store where the key will be stored. A self-signed certificate is suitable for controlled environments, such as internal testing or temporary setups. However, it is not trusted by default because it is not issued by a recognized certificate authority. To obtain a trusted certificate, you can generate a certificate signing request and submit it to a CA for signing. In the web interface, locate the self-signed certificate and select Create Certificate Signing Request. Complete the required fields, and the CSR will be generated. You can then copy and save the generated information for submission to the CA. Once you have obtained a certificate signed by a trust certificate authority, you can upload it to this device. To do this, select the second option, Upload the client server certificate using a signing request. Before uploading, ensure that you select the corresponding self-signed certificate that you intend to replace. After completing these steps, the process is finished. Let's revisit the process. When a self-signed certificate or certificate signing request is generated directly on the device, the associated private key is created and securely stored within the device hardware protect key store. Importantly, the private key remains on the device and is never exposed externally. In some cases, the private key and the certificate are provided directly by a certificate authority. In such situations, both a key and a certificate must be uploaded to the device. As shown in the image, the private key originates outside the device. Therefore, it is essential to handle it securely to prevent unauthorized access. Now, let's begin with how to upload a certificate using a separate private key. The process is straightforward. Simply select the corresponding private key and the certificate via the web interface. You can also choose a storage location for the private key by selecting the secure key store you prefer. Another method to upload a certificate is by using a single file that contains both the private key and the certificate in PKCS12 format. This is a standard format for storing cryptographic objects, typically a private key along with its associated certificate in a single encrypted file. The file is password protected, ensuring that the private key remains secure. When uploading it to the device, you will need to provide the password to access the contents. You can also choose a storage location for the private key by selecting the secure key store you prefer. Finally, the device also provides option to upload a CA certificate. This certificate is primarily used to allow the device to verify the identity of the servers it connects to. For example, when connecting to an 802.1x radio server or an MQTT broker, the device uses a CA certificate to validate the server certificate. This verification helps protect against man-in-the-middle attacks, ensuring that credentials are not sent to a malicious server. Without this check, the device could unknowingly expose sensitive information. That concludes today's topic. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you for joining, and please stay tuned for more videos to be published in our AccessOS YouTube playlist.